Welcome to Rough Riders. If this is your first time here, thanks for stopping by, and if you're a returning subscriber, welcome back. I'm Jay, and today we're going to be talking about our new trailer. So it's been an awesome 10 years that we had with our Campin' 560 teardrop trailer. We love that. We took that coast to coast, but we outgrew it, and so it was time to move into something a little larger, so we picked up this 2024 Intex Soul Dusk. So in this video, I figured we'd do a quick walk around and overview of the trailer and give you a sense of what this thing's like as an owner, what we like about it and what we think could be better. We're on our maiden voyage, so you know, there's still a lot to learn. So this is just the start of some of the videos we've got for this trailer, but let's get started. Now, before we jump into the walkthrough and all of that, let's talk about the specs for a second. So overall, from the coupler to the bumper, it's 20 feet 8 inches. Overall height is 9 feet 7 inches, and the overall width from fender to fender on the tires is 8 feet 6 inches. The ground clearance is 15 inches, and it weighs in at dry at about 3,900 pounds, and fully loaded, tanks every full and payload, whatever camp gear you got, comes in at 4,800 pounds. So it's just under 5,000 pounds. So it's still fairly lightweight, but you know, we do feel it behind the trailer or behind the truck when we're towing it, especially on hills. But overall, it's still a breeze to pull compared to some of the bigger trailers out there. The tanks on this thing, it's got a 28-gallon freshwater tank and a 32-gallon combined gray water, black water tank. So that could be a good thing, bad thing, depending on how you look at it. So, you know, overall, it's a really nice upgrade for us, coming from the teardrop that was about 15 inches or 15 feet to this thing, which is about 20 feet. So that's kind of the overall specs on this thing. Now let's take a walk around the outside and kind of show you what it looks like from the outside, and then we'll go inside and take a look at the inside as well. So we'll start with the outside. Here we go. So first off, you see this gorgeous window up front, this panoramic view. We'll show you that from the inside. It's absolutely beautiful, and one of the selling points of this particular trailer for us. Now, we bought the Rover package, which includes that rack right there, not the tongue box. That is something we added ourselves, but you get a rack with it. It also has a 3-inch lift, and then it's got these off-road tires as well, and then it's got a rear bumper, and we'll show you that here in just a second. You got plenty of lighting with lots of windows and stuff on this trailer. We ordered it with this awning right here. This is a Thule awning that we ordered with it. You've got two storage boxes here, and this one here on the left right there, you can order that with an outdoor kitchen. We opted to go without because we're going to put our own kitchen together, but when you order it with the kitchen, it comes with a griddle, kind of like a Blackstone, and then a Dometic CFF35 cooler refrigerator combo, and that's what kind of goes in there on a slide out shelf. Give you a look at the storage here. So it's not huge, but I've got, you know, enough room in it for a generator, some miscellaneous stuff. I got the campfire and the little red campfire back there, some tools, air compressor, things like that. Then in this one, right now I'm just storing chairs, and you can see this one goes way back, goes halfway underneath the bed back there. And so that's where the slide out shelves come. So I'm gonna put a smoker, a tailgate smoker, and a griddle there on a shelf, but I'll get to that. I'll make that a video as when I do it. Then as we walk around the back, there's the bumper. It also has a receiver that allows you to be able to put you know, any sort of rack in there or something like that, and it will hold up to about 175 pounds. You got a nice back window. We'll show you that from the inside as well. As we come around to this side, then right here is the water heater. So it's a tankless water heater. Good and bad on that. I'll talk about that in just a minute. We got our shore power there. Then the freshwater tank fill there, as well as the city water. Then coming around over to here, you can see there's our combo dump for the gray black. Then the storage tube for your stinky slinky. The vent for the furnace. Coming up right there, we've got a ZAMP connection for solar, so we can run portable solar panels there. And then right there is a vent for the lead acid battery. We're going to be swapping that out for lithium iron phosphate batteries here, so we'll do that as an upgrade. Then we also opted to have the power tongue jack as well. And then, like I said, I went ahead and added my own tongue box so I can add a little bit of storage. Then behind here is dual LP propane tanks. So they're 20-pound tanks that with a switch on there. So you can get a good life out of the propane. So there is the, again, the panoramic window and all of that. So, and then I can't really get a shot of the top, but let's see if we can back up in here and get it. Up on top is a 19,000 BTU air conditioner, then a couple of vents, one for the shower and one for the trailer up there as well. So that's kind of a look on the outside. Let's go take a look at the inside. It also comes with some really nice fold-up steps. These just kind of pop up here and then latch, which is really nice. I actually prefer that over the pull-out type of step that you would find on most trailers. Then we added these little carpeted sections for it because our doggy's getting old and she's getting gray and she doesn't make it up the steps. It was just aluminum with a little bit of kind of a sandpaper grip tape, and she couldn't make it up the steps, so we put those on there ourselves. Then as we come inside, here is that panoramic view and dinette from the inside. You can see it's really, really, really nice. We got some storage up top. We got a couple of speakers for the stereo system. We got little cubbies there, all of that. Coming here, we got the microwave that only works when you're on shore power. You've got an AM FM stereo there that works on DC. Here is the water heater controls that works on DC as well. Then you have your control panel for your battery condition, fresh water, all of that. It does have a tank heater as well as line heaters on this, so that way if you're camping in really cold conditions, you can keep everything from freezing. Coming around to this side, there's our control, or our fuse box and all of that, our battery switch. There is a couple of USB charger right here, a couple of AC outlets as well. Then as we turn here, there's the wet dry bath. I'll show you that in just a second. And then right here is my cooktop. I got a large farmhouse sink with a sprayer and all of that. My cooktop with cast iron grates, which I really, really like. Then this glass cover for it. Not a fan of that. I think that's something that could be improved. We've got some storage up here, and all the cabinets have soft close doors. So here you'll see it do the whole little soft close. And that's true with those cabinets and stuff as well. Those are soft close, right? And that goes into that kind of brow area. I'll show you that as well. I've got a cushion in there, and that goes way, way, way back. So you can get a lot of stuff in there as well. And that's a short leg and a cushion that goes for this table right here, because this can be dropped down into a bed as well. Then down here, I've got a drawer, miscellaneous drawer. That's the furnace right there. If we open up the fridge, we got a small fridge with an ice box as well. And this is a 12-volt fridge, so you don't need shore power in order to work it. But it doesn't have a propane option. It's 12-volt only. So that could be a drawback for some. Here's your lighting control panel. You got a couple of more AC outlets here. And then you got some really nice accent lights. So if I turn on these cabin accent lights, you can see you get a nice little blue accent light in all of these little cubbies, including the ones in the back here as well. Then all the lighting is LED, and they're nice and bright. Very modern. If I turn on the back bedroom ones there, you can see that as well. Then there's also a dinette accent light, which may be hard to see right now, but that's that light. Then you've got these 4 touch-based lights as well, which also have accents to them. So it's a very modern look and feel inside. Then here is the bedroom. So this is a king size. It's actually slightly bigger than a king size, but it can also break down into 2 twin size as well. But since it's just my wife and I, we leave it set up as a king size, and then you have that for all sorts of storage and stuff as well. You see we got a TV. Again, TV only works on shore power, so that is a limitation of this particular camper. Then we've got more cabinets and stuff back here. These are much more shallow cabinets, so you can't fit a lot of stuff back in there. But then you got a little bit of a wardrobe closet and stuff here as well. And then we added the shelf. So it has a little bar up top that you can use for, a clothes hanger, hang some shirts and stuff in there. But we just went ahead and popped shelves and stuff in here so that way we can get it dialed in for our clothes. And once again, soft close cabinets there. All the windows have pull down shades and stuff. So we already got the shade pulled down in the back there. But that's a look at all of that. Then you have under sink storage as well. So you can we're going to build out some shelves and stuff there as well once we get a little bit further along. You've got 4 drawers, and again, these are also soft close. So open that up, then so they all got soft close, and then you got a really deep drawer here for all your pots and pans, and they're all fairly good sized drawers, so you can hold a lot of stuff in here. Definitely more storage than we had in the teardrop. Then there's also storage underneath here. So I move this out of the way. So there's storage down there. I'm gonna put a little pass-through shelf or door right here, so and then put a shelf on there. So we'll be doing that as a modification as we go forward. Then under this side, there's also not storage, but this is where the battery and stuff is. So when I do the LifePo battery upgrade, this is where everything's going to go. I'll put the inverter and everything in there. So we'll be doing that as a future video soon. The table swivels and stuff so you can get in and out easy. Let me put this cabinet, couch cushion back. But this swivel so you can get in and out easy. All of that. We're going to make a new tabletop as well. We're going to get in the wood shop and do some nice upgrades to that. Then as we come around into the bathroom, it's a huge bathroom. So you've got a shower. Doesn't get a ton of water pressure. We threw in some corner shelving and stuff as well, so that doesn't come with it. It does have a toilet. We haven't used it yet. For a toilet, we're leaving the gray tank a gray tank for now, and right now we've just been using a cassette toilet from the teardrop. We've yet to decide what we're going to do about that, whether we're going to use it as a combo tank or what. So we'll see how that goes. Then you got a couple of hooks to hang towels, or as you can see, we're hanging jackets and stuff, and a little pouch system for putting a few things, but it is a huge shower. And then you got a vent up top, and even though it's raised off the floor there, you can see one is it's sealed right here. It's double sealed, so you got a seal here and a seal here going all the way around the door, so you don't need a shower curtain or anything like that. That is one of the things that we really liked about the trailer as well. And it also gives a lot more room, and everything just buttons up nice and tight. But it's a huge bathroom that you can easily stand in there comfortably. You can stretch out with your elbows and everything and not feel cramped when you're taking a shower. Then up here is our AC unit, and here's the other fan. For the AC controls and stuff, you have a thermostat right there that controls both the furnace and the furnace and the air conditioner. And then you've got another control box that controls that fan right there. So that's a pretty quick tour of the trailer. Okay, so let's talk about some of my initial impressions. What are the things that attract me to this trailer, and what are the things right now that I think that could be improved on this particular setup? There's a lot of things that I liked about this trailer. First off, the floor plan. Having that king-size bed north-south facing was a big deal, because they have another one called the Horizon, which has an east-west facing bed, which means you have to climb over your partner. Somebody has to climb over their partner in order to get up in the mornings, go to the bathroom in the middle of the night, whatever it is they need to do. But somebody's always climbing over the partner to either get in or out of the bed. So having the north-south facing bed was a huge thing for us. That's one of the main reasons we like that. The panoramic view of this window was absolutely appealing. There are a couple of other trailers that have developed trailers with a similar floor plan. LeGrand has one. Basecamp, Airstream Basecamp has one, and we looked at both of those as well. But the fit, finish, and the quality was not as good as what we're seeing here. When I went and saw the Basecamp in person, this was their floor model, mind you. I saw like screws that weren't all the way seated into the walls. Some of the trim was kind of coming down from the side and everything, and that made me really concerned. Just the quality wasn't there. Now I did go back, a year later and looked at them, and they were better. But it's one of those things that initial impression. You only get one chance to make a first impression, and I was not impressed. That and the price tag of the Basecamp kind of steered me away from that one. The other thing that was really appealing to me about this one was the construction of it. This uses a fully welded aluminum frame and cage. So they build their own frames in-house. They're using square aluminum tubing, really thick walled aluminum tubing, like 4 and 5 inches thick, or in height. So it was really strong. But then on top of that, they build a cage. This whole trailer is on a cage. So all the walls are attached to fully buttressed a frame or cage. So it's really, really sturdy. That does add weight, but it's not that much heavier than other trailers of this same floor plan and size. So they've really, really designed it well. They do all their own cabinets in-house. Now, this is one of the things that I think could be better, right? So they are using kind of press board material for the cabinets, which I would have preferred plywood, much like what we saw on the Camp Inn. It was just, I think that's a little touch that could be better. The combo gray black tank, I'm still mixed feelings on. I'd like to have separate tanks, even if it's a smaller black tank, but there are some benefits to that as well, right? Because by combining the gray and black, you get more water in that material, so things will break down faster. Especially using the enzyme packets and all of that kind of stuff. And so there are potential for less issues that way. So, we're still mixed on whether we're going to utilize that or what we're going to do there. I'm thought about putting in a composting toilet and stuff. I don't know. We'll see. The counter space. There's not as much counter space as what we had with the teardrop. That's because we had pull-out tables that attach to the teardrop, so we have room to really kind of spread things out. But that's a limitation of the size. I think what they've done with this layout is phenomenal, given the space they've got to work with. So, overall, I think that's been really good. There's other, little touches, like, these windows, they're typical RV windows. I think this is going to be true on just about every RV out there. I don't think the RV industry does a very good job with their windows. They're just, they allow a lot of slop in there because, you're twisting the frame and everything like that. And you don't want windows shattering and all of those sorts of things, as you're, rolling down the road, because, you're giving it to an equivalent of a 3.0 earthquake as you're rolling down the road. So, that's, I think, a limitation of any RV. The tires on this thing, they are using the Chinese Westlake tires, which I just don't trust tires from China. So that's probably one of the things I'm going to swap out sooner than later, just to put a good, a good quality trailer tire on there. Is on my list of things to do. But overall, initial impressions, this is our maiden voyage. So far, it's really nice. We're loving this. When the weather turns a little ugly, it started raining yesterday in the teardrop, we tend up having to go climb inside the teardrop and go to sleep because you don't have any room to spread out. Where here, we've got a nice little dinette and bed and all of that kind of stuff, so we can still get away from the weather, and still, not have to feel like you got to go to bed right away. So, that is a really nice thing about, going into this slightly larger trailer. Drawback is I can't store it in my garage. My garage caps out at 7 feet. This thing's 9.5 feet tall. So without significant modifications to my garage, I can't store it there. So that is a drawback. I got to store it off site. So, there's some initial impressions. There's some of the things I like about this particular trailer. I will say, if you're in the market for an RV, I don't do this often, but I'm going to go ahead and do it today. I spoke with a guy named William Stump over at Brett's RV in Missoula, Montana. And I drove from Denver to Montana, to the farthest part of Montana, to pick this trailer up, because they gave me a absolutely screaming hot deal. Better than I could get locally, better than I could get, up to 3 states away. I got quotes from dealers all over the place, and these guys, I won't throw the number out there because I told them I wouldn't, but let me just say they made it worth my drive to go from Denver, Colorado to Missoula, Montana to pick this up, 900 miles each way. It was that good of a deal. So, if you're in the market, I would say reach out to Brett's RV in Missoula, ask for William Stump. If you need his contact info, let me know. I can send me a message, and I'll get you his contact info, because he absolutely made it worth my while. But anyway, there you go. There's some of the initial impressions of this trailer. Stay tuned. I will be doing more reviews on this trailer as we get more time in it, camping and all that kind of stuff. Like I said, I got a bunch of mods planned. I'll be doing the battery upgrade, solar kind of stuff to this. I'm going to be doing a number of different upgrades on this thing. Just some of those finishing touches that I think need to be stepped up. So there you have it. If you have any questions or comments, post those below. I'll get to those just as quickly as I can. And thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time here on Rough Riders.